Welcome to the online classes by RPS. Today we will be continuing with the same chapter sound, and today is the fourth session of this chapter. In the previous session, we have learnt about how do we hear. We've also learned certain terms related to sound and characteristics of sound. In today's session, we're going to learn the differences between loudness and pitch, audible and inaudible sound, noise and music. We are also going to learn about noise pollution, its causes, effects, and various ways and measures to prevent noise pollution. Now let us first talk about the difference between loudness and pitch. Talking about the pitch depends upon the frequency of the sound, whereas loudness of a sound depends upon the amplitude of the sound wave. Talking about the pitch of a sound is how our ears react to the frequency of a sound, whereas the loudness of sound depends upon the energy of the sound wave. Pitch of a sound helps in recognizing whether the sound is shriller or flatter. The loudness of a sound helps in recognizing whether a sound is loud or feeble. The waveforms given below further illustrates the difference between pitch and loudness. Talking about the audible and the inaudible sound. Sounds that can be heard by human ears are called audible sounds. The range of audible sounds is from 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. Sounds that cannot be heard by human ears are called inaudible sound. Any sound having a frequency less than 20 Hz or greater than 20 kHz are categorized as inaudible sounds. Let us now talk about the categories of inaudible sound. The inaudible sounds can be divided into two categories, that is, infrasound and ultrasound. Let us first talk about infrasound. The sounds having a frequency range below 20 Hz are called infrasound. Infrasound cannot be heard by humans. Animals like giraffe, rhinoceros, and whales use infrasound to communicate. Infrasound waves are used to treat myopia in kids. In the diagram given below, the blue band represents the infrasound. Let us now talk about ultrasound. The sound waves having a frequency range above 20 kHz are called ultrasounds. Having too high frequency, they cannot be heard by human beings as well. Animals like bats, dogs, and cats use ultrasounds to communicate. Ultrasounds can be used for various purposes, such as identifying abnormalities in the human body or calculating distances under the water through sonar. Now let us talk about the noise and music. Noise can be regarded as an unpleasant sound. Noise consists of sound waves of varied frequencies, which have no particular periodic pattern of repetition. Therefore, noise is regarded as a mixture of sound waves with irregular frequencies. Music, on the other hand, is a pleasant sound that has a clear pitch. Musical sound can be created by arranging and combining different sounds in a particular order. The frequencies of a musical sound are harmonious in nature. The table shows the level of sound produced by different objects or activities. The SI unit for measuring the level of sound is decibel. That is, 1 decibel is 1 by 10 of a bell. Even the smallest exposure to a sound of 140 decibel causes immediate and permanent damage to human ears and gives an acute pain. Now let us talk about the noise pollution. Noise pollution can be defined as the presence of undesirable and unpleasant sounds in the Earth's environment. Human beings can bear sounds ranging up to 85 decibels only. Above that, any noise can damage our hearing power. Generally, any sound that has a frequency of more than 30 decibel is considered noise. The unwanted noise causes an adverse effect on the health of the organisms present on the earth. According to the World Health Organization, that is WHO, the maximum sound limit that is ideal for cities is 45 decibels only. However, it has been found that the sound range in many big cities of the world lies up to 90 decibel. Hence, noise pollution is common in many cities today and even rural areas to a great extent. Now let us talk about the various factors which contribute to noise pollution. The first one is the transport noise. The sound of the traffic on roads, railways, and aircraft leads to noise pollution. As the number of vehicles such as cars, motorcycles, buses, and trucks is increasing in the cities, especially the metropolitans, noise pollution is extremely high there. The next major contributor to noise pollution is the industrial noise. Industries, factories, and other commercial businesses cause high intensity sounds that pollute the environment. Then comes the neighborhood noise. The noise from the radios, televisions, air conditioners, coolers, kitchen appliances, and other electrical appliances used in houses lead to noise. Not only this, commercialization around the residential areas often leads to unwanted sounds due to small-scale industries such as printing, car repairing, etc. Then comes the construction noise. Construction of houses, industries, and various architectures also lead to noise pollution. Political activities. Noise pollution is also created due to the rallies and demonstrations conducted by various political parties in cities and rural areas. Another factor which leads to noise pollution is the bursting of crackers and fireworks. People burst crackers on several occasions, such as festivals and ceremonies that lead to sound pollution in the neighborhoods. Last factor is the natural sound. The environment of the earth also sometimes leads to unpleasant sounds due to lightning, thunderstorms, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, sounds of various animals, etc. Now, what are the harmful effects of noise pollution? Excessive noise in the surroundings can lead to serious health problems such as hypertension, lack of sleep, anxiety, lack of memory, stress, irritation, and even nervous breakdown. It can lead to temporary or permanent hearing loss in human beings as well as animals. Excessive noise leads to increased blood pressure. It increases cholesterol levels in the blood and therefore increases the chances of cardiovascular diseases in a person. If sound intensity is more than 180 decibel, it can lead to the death of a person. Noise pollution also leads to a decrease in the production of digestive juices by our body. It can affect animals as well and can lead to their death and loss of habitats. Excessive noise decreases a person's ability to concentrate, especially on children, and they are unable to concentrate well on their studies due to neighborhood noises. Unwanted sounds in the environment can hinder the animals from finding their prey or their direction of motion. Now, how can we prevent noise pollution? So, let us talk about the various measures which can be taken to prevent this noise pollution. Factories and other industries should be set up at a distance from residential areas. Silencing devices should be incorporated into heavy vehicles such as aircraft, industrial equipment, machinery, and other home appliances. We should always play television, radio, and other music system at a low sound so that it does not harm the neighborhood. Use of horns should be minimized, especially near public places such as hospitals, religious places, and schools. Soundproofing systems should be installed in industries, party halls, and other buildings that produce a high amount of unwanted sounds. Trees should be planted in huge numbers as they can absorb unwanted noise from the environment. People who work in noisy conditions, such as industries and mines, should be provided earplugs to protect their ears. People should be made aware of noise pollution, its adverse effects, so that they can take an active involvement in preventing it. With this, we come to an end of this chapter. I hope, children, you enjoyed it. Revise this chapter, stay home, stay safe. Goodbye. Take care.